Do what you've been coached to do.
And what a great home crowd the Red Oak Hawks.
He exploded through the middle of that defense.
Everybody's coming here.
He's going to get hit hard, but you know, he just doesn't stop and he breaks free and breaks into the open. He's to midfield. Grab him, he breaks a tackle, breaks another, still fighting it. He's going to get the first down. Seth Rushing ran right under a perfectly thrown football.
The Hawks, after a tough pre-district schedule, prepared to take on a preseason favorite in the Lancaster Tigers. The Tigers, returning most of their team from last year, were shocked to find a fired-up Hawks team that would come out on a mission. The Hawks scored first on a 19-yard touchdown pass to Seth Rushing, and with a Justin Mendoza extra point, the Hawks had their fans on their feet. The Hawks would then go on a run as quarterback Grady Latimer would connect on a perfect 78-yard catch and run into the end zone to take a 17-7 lead. The Hawks would then pull out the trickery as Seth Rushing would take a pitch and throw a strike to Jordan Stanford for a 17-yard touchdown. Lancaster would get a huge break on a very questionable touchdown to move the score to 24-14 at the half.
You got to keep it up and stay together as a team. All right?
Don't give them anything easy. Offense, keep doing what you're doing. All right? And play your butts off for 4 quarters. Everybody understand this?
Yes, sir.
4 quarters. You keep saying that. Sideline, you keep saying that. If you're in there one play, you give it all you got for 2 quarters now. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
You suck up the pain, the blood, sweat, and tears, and we come out with this thing. You understand?
Let's go. Yes, sir.
You got to play, all right? We're going to go out and get warmed up. Daniel breaks it down.
4 quarters on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters.
The Tigers ran off 20 unanswered points before Mendoza hit another field goal for 36 yards to bring the score to 34-27. The Hawks executed 3 strong onside kicks only to be denied by the dreaded flag that hampered them all night on each attempt. Hawks would now go back to the drawing board to prepare for another tough district foe, the West Mesquite Wranglers. And you can bet that the Hawks will be ready for a little revenge on the team that ended their 2007 run.
After a heartbreaking loss to Lancaster in the district opener, the Hawks looked to gain some revenge on the West Mesquite Wranglers, who put them out of the playoffs at Texas Stadium in 2007.
Not how you start, it's how you finish. Everybody understand that? Yes, sir. Make sure, no do-overs. This is it. Everybody understand that? Yes, sir. Let's go out and kick their butt. Let's go.
Yeah! Let's go!
Coming in a nice game for the Wranglers, 2 wins, 3 losses.
Second down and 7 for the Red Oak Hawks. Man in motion from right to left. Quarterback Latimer throws. Slant pass complete. Big play Red Oak. 15-10, 500 on the board. Hawks score. With 5:04 to play, the Red Oak Hawks take the lead. I believe that is Seth Rushing with the catch. David, let's pick the number up. No, it is Cody Thompson it is. Cody Thompson with the catch, number 85. And that will give Red Oak the lead.
Quarterback Travis Wallace would connect on an 18-yard touchdown pass to Seth Rushing to move the Hawks up to 14-3 at the half.
Oh, his man's wide open. Throw. Touchdown, Red Oak. Oh, he was wide open. And Red Oak leads it 13-3. Seth Rushing made the catch. That's his 5th touchdown reception of the season.
All you gotta do is win that half, all right?
Wranglers would then turn the tables with 11 unanswered points to tie the game in the third quarter, before Wallace would once again connect with the Hawks' offensive star of the night, Cody Thompson.
And the Hawks now are moving the football again against West Mesquite. Back to pass, looks, has all day. Now on course one deep. Wranglers are there, but a Red Oak catch at the 10, and that's a touchdown for the Red Oak Hawks. Cody Thompson it is. Cody Thompson with the catch, and a big play for the Maroon and White, and Red Oak has regained the lead.
West Mesquite would then shock the Hawks as they scored 2 more touchdowns to make a 28-21 lead in the fourth quarter. With quarterback Grady Latimer injured in the second quarter, it would be up to Wallace to lead the Hawks back.
Nick Boyd, look out, 45 midfield, he has speed, 40, makes a move, 30, gets a foot race, 20, 15, 10, put it in the end zone, touchdown, Red Oak.
He takes that ball, breaks the tackle, heads to the sidelines, and outruns 2 West Mesquite defenders.
The quarterback in a shotgun formation, he rolls left, he throws into the end zone, man right open, touchdown. Well, it's not a touchdown, it's a 2-point conversion, though. Seth Rushing was wide open, about 4 yards deep in the end zone, and Red Oak takes the lead at 29-28.
With time running out, the Hawks defense stepped it up and held the Wranglers to a 3-and-out. And the Hawks fans felt the winning days were back. As we all learn in sports, it's never over until it's over. The Hawks took possession and attempted to run out the clock. But with less than 2 minutes to play, a questionable fumble call gave West Mesquite the ball back. One of the most unlikely scenarios, the game rested on the foot of a junior kicker from West Mesquite who nailed a 50-yard field goal with all zeros left on the clock to give the Wranglers the 31-29 victory.
We're going to come down to the wire with a 50-yard field goal try from Justin Stout. Both coaches are letting the clock run. Nobody calls a timeout here. Here's the snap. Ball on the tee. The kick's in the air. It has the distance. It has the distance. Yes, it is good. Yes, it is good. It is good. You have got to be kidding me.
Coach Shields and Coach Waddle spoke to the team after the game, explaining how breaks can come and go, and how only the strong stay together and finish the race. Game 3 of the district schedule became an instant do or die after 2 heartbreaking losses to Lancaster and West Mesquite. But as expected, a strong coaching staff and a never-give-up senior class of Hawks let the crowd know quickly their dreams of playoffs would not die.
Play hard for 4 quarters, all 4, all right? And we'll come out of this thing with victories. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
But you got to take care of business. No excuses. None whatsoever. Everybody understand that?
Yes,
Come
sir.
out ready to play. Daniel breaks out.
Let's get it.
Hey, play as a team on 4 quarters, baby. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win!
What's your call? What'd he say? It is heads. It is heads. You won the toss. Referring to the second half. Maybank won. Red Oak is going to receive down here option.
Receive starting the first half and defend the north end. Maybank will be defending from the south.
Don't give them anything easy. Fair catch if we have to, all right? Hawks on 1. 1. Hawks!
The Hawks would strike first with some overpowering offensive line play as senior Seth Rushing would break loose for an 18-yard touchdown run. After kicker Justin Mendoza was injured in an auto accident earlier in the week, the Hawks auditioned and found a suitable sub as sophomore Richie Barrientos joined the Hawks and would connect with his first extra point to put the Hawks up 7-0. The defense, who would be tested all night by a strong Maybank offense, stepped up early, and with some great pressure from the defensive line and secondary, would stop the Panthers and give the ball back to the offense early in the second quarter. This time, quarterback Grady Latimer, who looked good coming off his injury the previous week, connected with Seth Rushing for a 6-yard touchdown pass. The Hawks would lead 13-0 before a scraping Maybank team would drive a score midway through the second quarter. The Hawks would answer as senior Nick Boyd would blow by and run over several defenders as he strolled into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown run. Just before the half, Maybank would answer and the Hawks would once again lead at the half 19-13.
All right, you know we're kicking off. Defense, we need a big stop. Everybody understand that? Offense, we're going to score every time we have balls. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Get in your head, score every time. Defense, we're going to start holding them. Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
Third down, we're going to cave him in. We're not going to let him out of the pocket. We're going to cover him, knock him down, tackle him, strip him, do everything you can. Does everybody understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
All right, kickoff team, be ready. We're kicking deep. Get down there and pin them. All right, we're going to hold them. All right, does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
You've got to play the second half of your life, okay? Get in there and play. Spino breaks out.
Let's go.
Keep your head in the game. Come on. Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hawks. Go, D. Get the stop, man.
Maybank put up even more pressure on the Hawks as they scored in the third quarter to tie the game at 19. Harrison took the pitch and outran the Panthers for an outstanding 48-yard touchdown run with some great help from his offensive line and some key blocks by the wide receivers. Barrientos would once again boot the extra point, and the Hawks led 26-19. Both defenses took control of the ball in the scoreless fourth quarter. Inside of a minute left, the Panthers hit a long pass, setting up a short field goal opportunity for a Panthers win. But the kick soared inches wide left and would ultimately set up the Hawks' first overtime game of the season. The Panthers would take possession first and would be stopped by a Hawks interception. After Nick Boyd busted some hard runs, it was up to Latimer behind his line to plunge into the end zone from the 1-yard line. Nick Boyd would run in the extra point, and the Hawks and their fans would celebrate at Goodloe Stadium with the 34-26 district victory.
Oh yeah, baby! Yeah.
Everybody understand we still got improvement to do. Everybody agree with that, right? Still got improvement to do. But we took the first step. Winning that first district game is always the hardest thing, all right? Got that over with. Take each one week by week, okay? Each one, guess what? Gets harder and harder, okay? Just realize that. But that's why we're here, right?
Yes, sir. Defense, great second half. That's right. Awesome. Great job, dude. Hey, this team deserved that win. Okay, you stuck together. It would have been easy to get you thinking, oh no, here we go again. You fought through it. When you're struggling and games are close, it's hard, okay? And it's hard to get that win and bust that iceberg. We did it today, all right? That was a great job. Let's get rolling again, okay?
tell you, I love coming to work and being around you every day. You're good kids. Y'all work hard. And when you work hard, good things are going to keep happening too. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We ain't playing no slaps, and y'all know that. All right? Keep plugging. Beat Carroll's butt. We'll get rested up, and then we'll finish this thing and get off into the playoffs. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
One game at a time. Don't you look ahead. One game at a time, and don't take anybody lightly. Proud of you. Every one of you, proud of you. Good job.
All right, real quick. People we got to thank, all right? Every assistant coach, man, has been busting their butt since August 11th. Everybody understand? Give them a good round of applause.
After a hard-fought overtime win over the Maybank Panthers, the Hawks set their sights on the Terrell Tigers and looked to pick up their first road win in district, as they were still looking for a game in which they could dominate all phases of the game with offense, defense, and special teams. The week of practice before the Tigers came saw the team extremely focused, and with the solid gameplay by the coaching staff, shaped up to be a good night for the Hawks.
Ours need to be green, the back of theirs need to be green. That means we're putting them on their butts and on their backs every play. We got that? Yes, sir. Be ready. Hey, I want everybody in the ball game. Talk up front. Make our call. Communicate. Somebody makes a call, somebody better echo it. Everybody got that. No confusion up front, no secret. Talk, get after it. You're a more physical football team than they are. Get after it. Put them on their butts the first play and then do it on the next play.
All right, if our dreams to make the playoffs, you got to win this game. Okay, does everybody understand? It's about play. I play from the beginning all the way to the end. Does everybody understand that? You don't let a team like this hang around you. Okay, meaning you only get up 7 and 6, and one play can beat you or tie you. Does everybody understand that? So play our game, play like we know how to play, and we take care of business. Does everybody understand that? Start off the ball when we're on offense. Stuff them on defense, make tackles, make big plays. Let's go. Everybody step up and make a play. All right, go. Let's go.
Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Hawks would make an early statement in Terrell as they took their opening drive and capped it off with a 19-yard pass from Grady Latimer to Seth Rushing for the early score. Kicker Richie Barrientos would come up big all night as he tacked on the extra points to give the Hawks an early 7-0 lead. The offense would continue to click in the first quarter and would quickly strike with a Grady Latimer to Ishmael Harrison 20-yard touchdown pass to move the score to 14-0 with the Barrientos extra point. Before the half, Nick Boyd would run over whomever got in his way of the end zone, as he would score his second rushing touchdown on an 11-yard run. Before the half, quarterback Grady Latimer would follow his outstanding offensive line as he strolled into the end zone, bringing the score to 34-0 at the half.
And when they run this, I want you to look like you're the freaking Super Bowl champions and hit them right in the mouth. All right? So we can go home and out smile and go, yep, we were ready for that. Does everybody understand? Should we not work it this week? Should we not kick their butt with this? All right, so let's make it work.
They're down 34 points right now. They might try to sweep pass like we've been saying all night. First pass, lay the pass before the run in the second half, okay?
Listen to the quarterback, okay? Because we may go 2 or 3 plays in deep, and then Coach Young's doing this, that's huddle, and then I'll send in a guy to play. And then he'll tell you, if we're going to go back to it the next play, he'll tell you.
Take care of business. We start from the get-go. All right? Lee breaks it out. We're coming out here to warm up, all right?
Hey, let's go. This is where we started. Show me 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
The Hawks would finally put together a solid fourth quarter game on this night as they would pick up where they left off in the second half with a third quarter 34-yard touchdown pass from Travis Wallace to Nick Boyd. The defense would continue to blast the Tigers in the second half, giving up nothing and forcing 6 fumbles, with the Hawks D recovering 3. With the point after successful, the Hawks would close out the scoring 55-0. The Hawks defense, who were determined to shut out the Tigers, did just that as they handed the ball back to the Hawks for the last few snaps in victory formation. Hawks, after winning over Maybank and Carroll, knew a playoff berth would be reached in Week 9 with a win over the Mesquite Petite Pirates. The Pirates entered the contest with only one win on the season, but several very close losses in district play. The Hawks would make an early statement as they pounded the Pirates with the strong running of Nick Boyd, who broke loose behind some outstanding blocks from the offensive line with a 13-yard touchdown scamper. Justin Mendoza booted the extra point, and the Hawks led 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Hawks would score once again, as Seth Rushing would take a nice 6-yard pass from quarterback Travis Wallace for the Hawks' second touchdown of the night. With the Mendoza extra point, Hawks led 14-0. Hawks' third touchdown would come in the third quarter as Latimer plowed behind the line and broke away for a 15-yard touchdown scamper. Mendoza split the uprights and the Hawks were up 21-0 at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, the offense continued to drive, with Boyd once again smelling the end zone with a 17-yard touchdown run. Mendoza once again did his job to perfection, and the Hawks led 28-0. Linebacker Daniel Claiborne took over carrying the ball and used his strength to mow down Pirate defenders on his way to a nice job into the end zone. The Hawks, coming off their big win over Mesquite Poteet, knew the road trip to Forney would be a difficult one. Forney had ran up an awesome 8-1 record on the season and had the home crowd to support them against our Hawks.
We know how to act in the fires. Everybody understand that? We're going to put them in the fire and see them melt. You understand? Good playoff atmosphere. The weather's great. Let's get after them, Jeff. Break it down. Let's go. Let's go.
This would not faze our men in maroon, as they would open up with a strong defensive stand, forcing the high-powered Jackrabbits offense to a 3-and-out. The Hawks would then take over and drive the length of the field as senior Nick Boyd would take the handoff and scamper into the end zone for an 11-yard touchdown. Justin Mendoza kicked the extra point, and the Hawks led 7-0. The Hawks would once again take control of the ball, and quarterback Grady Latimer would follow his strong offensive line in from a 1-yard out. Mendoza put the football through the uprights for a 14-0 lead. Forney would break a 32-yard touchdown run before the end of the first quarter, and the Hawks would lead 14-7 after one.
Take it down on them. Defense, step it up, all right, like we did the first few drives. Offense, step it up like we did the first few drives, all right? Stand on your block, get on, let's go, all right? This is where you knew it's a playoff game, all right? Teams don't lay down in the playoffs. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Even if you're up on 14 or something, all right? But we're going to show them we ain't going to lay down either, right? Pete, breaks down. Let's go.
Let's go, Pete. Let's go. It's time to pump it up. Get out on 3. Let's go. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Leave it all out there. Let's go. Come on. Let's go win the game. Come on.
The wheels began to fall off for the Hawks in the second quarter as Forney would score 2 more touchdowns before the half and would lead 21-14. The Hawks backed up against their own goal line in the third quarter and would have a bad snap fall into the end zone, leading to a Jackrabbit safety. Hawks, who may have been down, never gave up as Latimer hit Ishmael Harrison for a 13-yard touchdown pass. Nick Boyd scored on a 2-point conversion as the clock ran out and the Hawks would end the regular season with a 44-30 defeat.
Leave everything you got on the field. We're just as good as they are. You understand that? Yes, sir. We beat them last year. We can do it again. Yes, sir. This is your game of your life. Come out there and play 4 quarters. I'm tired of playing 1 half or 1 quarter. Play 4, and we're going to win on this. Does everybody understand that? Yes, game of your life.
The Hawks knew that this year may not hold the same type of awesome 10-3 record when Coach Shields and his staff scheduled some of the toughest teams in the area in pre-district. While the wins did not come as often as they had hoped, the notice of a program who would face anyone anywhere was set. After a 3-3 district record, the Hawks would face a familiar foe in the first round of the playoffs as they would travel to Cedar Hill to take on the Ennis Lions. Turnovers and costly penalties hampered the Hawks as they could never seem to get on track en route to a 55-14 season-ending loss versus the Ennis Lions. These seniors have been a valuable part of the turnaround of the football program at Red Oak High School. While some will turn in their pads and move on to the next level, a great deal of the team will return for another season in 2009, along with many who will step up from the freshman and JV teams next year. Congratulations to the Hawks and to their coaches for all their hard work and dedication.